Hello and welcome to WeedCity.net, a game that's all about interacting and growing weed. Today I will be explaining how to navigate around the site, starting out from the account page. The first thing you will want to do is to buy the essential equipment that is needed to get started. To do so, first you will click on the Shops tab. Once you've clicked on the Shops tab, there will be a series of tabs where you have the options for selection. The next selection you will make will be the Census Seeds tab. Once you select this, there will be a window that comes up, and you start out with 5 plant space started out just as default. So here's where you will purchase the seeds. One purchase will give you 10 seeds per pack. So here's where you choose. Starting out, you have indoor type only. So be advised to only buy indoor type seeds. After you've bought the seeds, you will look to the left and you will see a tab that says Garden of Weeding. You will click on this tab. On this tab, this will be where you will purchase the equipment needed to grow. Keep in mind that you only have space for 5 plants, so you will only need equipment equivalent to 5 plants. You will start by purchasing the lamp, 5 plants, 1. You will purchase the ventilator, 5 plants, 1 of those as well. You will also purchase the radiator, 5 plants. You don't have to worry about the CO2 diffusers starting out because they're not as important. And though you're working with limited funds, so I will skip over those for now. Then you come down to the option of buying pots. You could buy the 3-liter pots or you could buy the 5-liter pots. It really doesn't matter. The only thing difference in them is price. So starting out, I would recommend that you buy the 3-liter pots. You would need to buy 5 of these. You also need to buy 1 germination kit. You also need to buy 2 bags of potting composites. You need to buy 1 bottle of growing fertilizer, 1 bottle of flowering fertilizer, and 1 bottle of pH adjuster. Do not worry about the pH device. At this moment, it's not needed. Once you've purchased these things, the next step you will take will be to click on the Crops tab at the top. And from this Crops tab, it will bring up a sub-menu where you have 5 options to choose from. Starting out as default, you have only indoor. So you will click on the Indoor tab. Once you've clicked on the Indoor tab, it will bring you to the main menu of the Indoor tab. Here's where you will place your seeds into germination. If you look up under the second box, it says Plant Seeds. You will place 5 seeds of your choice. You will type 5 into the box, and then you will select the seeds according to which ones you bought. You can do one of each of the 5, or you can do 5 of one type. Once you've placed the seeds in the box or chosen the amount, you will click the Place in Germination. Once you've placed the seeds in germination, the time takes 5 to 7 hours. And you will know the seeds are ready to be put into the grow room. There will be a box on the right side of the seed selection, and also the seeds have to have grown at least 10 centimeters. So once this have occurred, you will select the box and then click the Place in Grow. Once you've placed the seeds in grow, they will automatically transfer from the growth to the flowering to the drying over a series of hours. But you have to make sure that you keep the plants watered. After you got your seeds going in the germination while you're waiting, click on the top tab that says buy and sell. And this is where you will actually buy weed to sell to others or to the public. The wholesale is okay, but it's kind of priced high. This is where I would recommend you go into the hideout, but more specifically, I would recommend that you send me a personal message, Slick Hustler. That's with a space in between, and I will add you to my co-op list. But I will show you how to actually accept private purchases. Once I've added you to the list, I will send you out a co-op pack, as I will call it. And to do so, to find that, as you in the buy sell tab, you will click on the private purchase tab. Once you click on the private purchase tab, you will see all the strands that have been sent to you, and you will simply accept them by clicking on the accept. Once you click on the accept, these crops will be added into your stock. Now I understand that you don't have enough money to buy all that you see, but I'm going to show you how to actually get the money up for them. Once you bought the first set of crops that you can with all the money you have, you're going to look to the left, and there's a tab that says sell to the cooperative. I want you to click on that tab, and it will pull up a screen like this. Once it pull up this screen, you will see the tab in the center that says Express Sale. According to your rep, it allows you to sell a certain amount of grams per day to the co-ops. And the next time you can sell to the co-ops is 24 hours from the time you actually sell that day. So you would just click the Express tab, and once you click that, it will sell those 500 grams of the strands that you bought from the previous screen. This money will go directly into your credit. Once you have the money in your credit, you will repeat the process by looking to your left and clicking on the private buy tab and buy as much as you can again, and then repeat the same steps as far as clicking on the sell to the cooperative and make the same step by clicking the Express Sale tab. You would do this continuously until you have bought and sold all the crops available in your private sales. Once you've done so, I will also explain to you how to sell crops to another person. To sell crops to another player, over to your left you will see a tab that says Private Sales Sale. In this tab, it will pull up a screen where you can see all the crops that you have in stock. You will type in the username, meaning the player that you want to send to. Then you will select the box in which the crop that you want to sell or the crop that you have in stock. In the quantity box, say for instance you have 500 grams for sale. You will type 500 if you want to sell 500 grams. And then as far as the market price, as far as the price, the little arrow, it allows you to fluctuate the price up and down. You can either go 50 cents above the market or $1 below the market. All of your co-op packages are going to come in at $1 below. But you're going to sell those to the cooperative so you can get maximum profit to allow you to buy more crops from other players, where you will buy them in the private purchases. Once you buy them, let's say you buy them at -1. Don't try to get greedy and try to make a maximum profit, because Rome was not built in one day. If you buy it for -1, I would say sell it anywhere from -0.9 to -0.5, and you can do so by clicking the arrow on the price, and you will see what I mean by -0.9 or -0.5. Once you've done so, you will click sell, and that's how you sell to other individuals. Now I will show you how to sell in the public. This is where you will get good money, but it also comes with a bust risk. A bust risk means once your police risks have reached a certain amount in percentage, you will be fined 25% of your total empire. To sell in the public, you will also look still up under the Buy Sell tab, you will look to the left and you will see a tab that says Public Sales. According to the ratio, you choose a room and it tells you 98 G/H. That means that it will sell 98 grams per hour. You choose whichever room is available to you, and once you click that room, you will select the crop that you have. Let's say, for instance, you have 500 grams of Shiva that you want to sell in public. Once you click on the Sell Here tab, it will open up another screen, and from there you will type in 500 grams and you will scroll amongst the crops that you have till you get to Shiva or whatever type that you want to sell, and then you will click Start Sale, and it will actually start the sale in public. Also, there's this thing called bushweed. There's no bust risk with bushweed. If you're in the private sales tab, the public sales tab, excuse me, you will see there's two tabs. One says Classic and one says Bushweed. The one that says Classic comes with the bust risk. The one that says Bushweed does not, as it will be in the next slide. Bushweed you can sell in 6 places, and you do not need any kind of sellers or anything. I will explain that in the next coming slides as to what those are. But you can put as much weed as you have as far as bushweed goes in this area and do not have to worry about the bust risk. Now, I remind you guys, all the money that you make from the Classic and bushweed sales in the public, it goes into your money to launder account, which I will explain how to launder in the next slide. So, in order to launder the money, you will have to click the tab that says Games, and once you click on Games, there will be a list of games that comes up, as you see currently on this slide. BWeed is a sports betting where you can bet on sports games to wash your dirty money. You can either play poker, you can play the lottery, or you can play roulette. Now I remind you, poker is the lowest taxed game. And let's say, for instance, you buy in for $2,000. You will not only win your $2,000, but you will also win the prize for that buy-in. The same with roulette or any of the other things, though it come with adding to your taxes. But this is the way you have to launder your money until your empire reach $1 million, and then you can hire an accountant, which I will show you how to actually hire accountants. In this tab here, up under the Shops tab, there's a tab to the left side that says Here's Job Center. Here's the place where you will hire. In order to keep your bust risk down, you will hire a seller. You also hire 3 go-betweens to maximize your profits in the public sales. You will hire a lookout. This helps decrease your bust risk. Your bust risk will only increase by 2% per hour. It starts out at 10% per hour without a seller. With the seller, it drops down to 5% per hour. With the lookout, it drops down to 2% per hour. You also want to hire a bodyguard to protect your seller as he is selling crops. But this comes a little later once you got money going. But I basically just wanted to kind of give you an overview of that. Then the next slide that you will be viewing will be the bank accounts. There are 3 different types of accounts. There's a basic bank account, which it costs $20,000 to open, and you can place up to $100,000 in this account, and it gains interest. Now I remind you that it also charges you every time you make a withdrawal. I think it's 5% of your total withdrawal. The Pro Bank account is the same in aspects as the basic bank account, yet it gives you less interest, but it allows you to put in more money. You can deposit up to $1 million into this account, yet it still charges you every time you make a withdrawal. the same 5%. A trader's account, it costs 2 codes to own, but it's one of the best accounts that you can have, simply because the trader's account allows you to deposit and withdraw money as many times as needed without any penalty or withdrawal fee being charged to you. Although there is no interest rate on this account, you're able to buy in bulk and sell to the weed market, or you could buy in bulk from the weed market, which I will explain in a later video.